What's the status, 3?
I'm good, just making the world a better place, that's all.
Check it, yo. I always be analyzing to see who's fake. People acting Janus, running around two-faced, talking behind my back until they put in their place. You're a 2-course meal without saying grace on the internet. Talking shit through your fingertips, talking high power till your shine is eclipse. Trying to ride a wave until your mind is seasick. Cement shoes and your ankles tied with 3 bricks. This isn't Grand Theft Auto, this is real life. I will piss on your grave and throw dick to your wife. This is a warning mixed with some advice. You might be king, but I'm the ace of spades, and you just reneged. This is food for thought, bitch, eat a grenade. This is what people want, the beach treated like dirt. I tried being humble, but that was absurd. All the brainless pigeons flock together like birds, pecking for crumbs until they merge with the crossroads and chuck the demi-urge. I think they had enough, I took the trash to the curb. Let the torture begin and watch them burn. Here's the urn.
It's hard to keep it real with fake people. They can take love, mix it with hate, and make evil. I'm staring at 50 shades of gray people. It's a brand deception, like K-Reno. They are who they say they isn't. On the internet, spreading everybody's business through a troll account. Talking foul, not knowing what goes around comes around. The flat out truth is the energy change when I come around. I guess London Bridge is falling down. Hey people, stall him out. We know all about the narrative painting. To control the clout, they gatekeepers trying to stop the ones trying to awake people. Between earth and God, I'm a byproduct. I come from a family of hustlers. That byproduct, money is the root of all evil. But I'm still trying to find a large profit. It's a mirage, they live in a facade. I was smoking thigh, had a talk with God. She told me why she named me John. I art the scriptures to shed light on the darker picture. If you my dog, I'm barking with you. You feeling the star wisdom. My homie Chuck told me it was giants on earth before me. And chemtrails, we inhale. That's another story. Mercury is used to check temperature. The sun is the spirit sinking. The moon is the portal. Assuming you important. Set your turn. Mars is wars, says the M turn. And change words, I'm in the game, but change service. About to disassemble a bomb, I ain't nervous.
Drake, Dragon, Draco, Draconian, land of the giants, ice wall, Patagonian, lexicon, word wizardry, speaking Babylonian, highways of the vortex, shooting out the fallopian, low vibrating light, king of the material, mark of the beast, nanotech, scanning serial, the mental dead, carried by 6 to your burial, the lights is out. No resurrection, broken power grid, no interconnection. The Grim Reaper, I'm so collected. 6-shot, hollow tip, rubber grip, Smith & Wesson. Bitch, repent when God is in your presence. Your aura is weak, uproot your essence. I walk through darkness, highly illuminated. Eyes blazing with fire with blades double serrated. Hunting down clowns I double hated. Hit so hard your jaw is elongated. Shatter egos like they was glass plated. This was long overdue, past dated. One shot deal, it is as is and no recreation. All praises due to my parents for making. Always appreciate and never abated. One.
The A is the M, like the A is the E. Where earlier I said, hey, you know how somebody say, hey. That's AI. And that's the dream, like, don't people say, hey, I'm dreaming. Am I dreaming?
Yeah, I'm late. My bad. Better late than never, I guess. Yeah, I don't like how my voice and I used a filter in that too. It didn't clean it up too good. I guess it could have been those stinking headphones I was using, the Bluetooth. I got to get better headphones. You could hear it just wasn't clear. And that last song I played, my voice, it's too much noise. But yeah, I like Sir Drop. I like making music with Drop, man. He, like when he said about the chemtrails, inhale, man, that was fire. I don't think people really appreciate Drop's music too much. He makes really good music, and he has really good lyrics, really good. And JW, I mean Hurricane JW too, he has good music. People should check his music out also. I'm trying to see if I could do a track with him. Just trying to upload these few pictures here on. I'm trying to dig more on this fake ass telescope that they're saying is a telescope, but me, Jay Heighton, I didn't put the live stream out yesterday because they're hitting me, they're blocking it again. Whenever I use other people's videos, which is odd, they fucking block them in a lot of countries, but I don't get it. I really don't get it. I feel like they're attacking me personally. Is this personal, YouTube? Is the commies mad? The commies, they're mad because they can't control me. Oh, their butt hurt. Poor commies. We should get them some ice for their butt. Archimedes. So my whole point is Peace Candy, Forever Love, Jay Heighton. JG, Rachel, Look Within, Dean. Is Dean in here? Probably went back to sleep. It's got to be early there. I'm surprised to see Dean up. It's a good thing. Yeah, I've been thinking about that Jay Heighton, man. Like, I hate using Google. I use because my phone got a lot of Microsoft It's weird. My phone is like a computer. Like, I know they're all computers, but I'm saying it's like, you know them old Microsoft computers? Well, I have a lot of Microsoft apps in my phone, and I use this search engine that came with the phone instead of they're probably all tied in anyway, but I use what is it called? Hold on. It's called
Let me tell you about the fakes, the snakes, the lies, the highs. Greetings, folks. This is JG, the infamous. Some say I'm illustrious. Fuck 'em. Everybody's got an angle, but they ain't nice like me.
all right. My bad. Forgot. I got interrupted, man. Hold on. And even Edge search engine reminds me of I don't know. I feel like Google wiped a lot of information off that I used to be able to find easy. I didn't have to dig too deep. Now it's like you got to go 150 fucking pages in to find anything. They bury it. Yeah, let me know, Jay Hyten, because I want something different. I'm tired of Google.
You're 2 hours
So,
late, Chuck. What's up with
yeah,
that, man?
I know.
I'm just
I had
breaking your balls.
I had to call
Do
in
some real
late.
shit.
What was the name of that fucking thing yesterday? That telescope, that alleged telescope. Let me see. It's called. Oh, it's not here. What's going on here? I think it's called the John something telescope. This thing. No, the pictures ain't here. So I'm talking about, like,
That's actually a Jew laser. That's what the Jews use to zap people.
I believe it. Reddit. What? What the fuck? Camera.
I'm sorry, was that anti-Semitic? Well, anti-Semitism doesn't
You're
exist.
German? Oh my god! Yep. You tell them. I tell people I'm German, and they flip out.
Fuck them.
Haley's Comet.
I had people fucking saying I'm anti-Semitic because of the fucking shit I'm posting about Israel. It's like, you call it how it is, and then they dub you anti-Semitic because they're cowards, but they're never gonna call you a liar. They're just gonna have some fucking angle.
I thought it's always been Haley's Comet or Haley or whatever. Yeah, all this Mandela, all they do is go and all they do is just go into computers and change things. That's it. It's not like it's some thing like magically appearing everywhere. I want someone to find me a Bible from 1890, or we won't even use the Bible. People have said their books changed at home too. Like, come on.
Bible's for
No
Goyim.
way. I
Fuck
gotta
the
see more
Bible.
food. The Bible. Basic indoctrination before leaving Earth. Did you see what Paris did with the they're getting butthurt because drag queens redid the Last Supper. I mean, they talk about those type people in the Bible. They're hermaphroditic deities they love so much.
Yeah, but isn't a hermaphrodite natural, right? Transgender isn't natural.
True. Yeah, I don't know if that's even natural. It might be like a genetic fuck up or something. No?
But that natural,
Yeah,
I mean, that
hermaphrodite.
happens. You're not born, you know, as a baby and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah, that's true.
pretend I'm a female, you know. That's all kayfabe. The whole transgender movement, it's all kayfabe.
Yeah, and they want you to respect them, right? But they don't respect peace, Dom. They don't respect you back. They want you
Well,
to
they're
pronouns and all that stuff. It's like, dude, grow up. Pronouns.
what they're really doing is they're just trying to troll you. They're basically trolls. That's all it is. And they're so like conditioned in their own head with their own beliefs that they're just like troll. They don't even recognize that they're trolls. It's like one big joke, and that just consumed them. They're engulfed in madness. It's like me going around telling people I have a vagina, and one day I just, you know, I take it serious, and I'm like, I have a vagina. I don't have a penis. I don't have a penis. I don't have dick and balls. I have a vagina.
A vagina.
I know my rights. Keep your hands off my vagina.
Let's see. Forgot the name of that so-called telescope.
That's what's really fucking the world is the accountability, like people's their beliefs and their delusions.
I mean, in a way, I feel a little bad for some of them people because I think they were abused as a child, man, and it really fucked them up.
Yeah, but I was abused as a kid, and you just realize that there's fucked up people out there. You do your research on psychology, you figure out ways to cope with it. When I say
Right.
abuse, I wasn't sexually abused, right? You know, I had
Physically.
girls, hey, feel my tits, right? You know, I had a girl rape me, but you know, fuck it. You know, I got laid, I felt some titties, I got forced into some weird shit with some girls, but you know, they were good problems, you know. But
People never bring that up. They always think it's the other way around. When women do the same thing.
well, yeah, I mean, bitches are crazy, man. Bitches are straight up crazy, and
Yes,
and
they are.
you hit a point where it's like, yeah, do I really want to deal with this woman? I see so many guys in relationships with abusive women, crazy ass bitches. I work with
Been there.
people, they tell me horror stories, and I'm like, why do you keep fucking with nut ass bitches? Why do you
My
keep
last
fucking going into that shit?
my last chick was psycho, man. Woof.
Yeah. Right, and you hit a
What a
point where it's
job
like,
that
all
was.
right, I can't keep doing this to myself. So, you know, and if you talk up on it, right? I mean, the girls like say toxic women are listening to this right now. They're just gonna fucking it's gonna piss them off. They're gonna come at you with all types of nonsense. But you know that it's just like everybody's got an angle. Nobody's coming with reason. Everybody just wants to not be accountable and play games. People would rather gaslight than fucking grow watermelons, you know? And the whole abuse thing, I mean, dude, you gotta get sharp. You gotta learn how to cope with it. Like it really is the art of war. You gotta understand your enemies, understand your rivals, understand the mind and behavior. Then you can kind of be undone from all that shit, you know? But the real tricky part is vengeance, like wanting revenge, constantly wanting to get back on people, get payback on people. That's where it's like, all right, man, you know, that's where life gets hard, man.
Now, NASA's just, I'm on the U.S. Department of Defense. Now, see, I just downloaded a picture and now it's not coming up. What the fuck is going on here? I probably have to shorten the fucking picture. Anyway, they give cartoons and shit and people are satisfied with it. The Department of Defense is saying something about, now why would the Department of Defense have to do with a telescope, right? I think it's a weapon. For sure. A telescope.
What have you learned about that telescope? Dom says he's a sexy troll. I got a question for you, Dom. Are you homosexual, man? I'm a sexy train hopper. Yeah.
And then I'm muted up too. Anyway, I was trying to talk and I was muted.
How about we just start talking like fags, Charles? You down? Hey, Charles, how are you? Good to see ya.
I don't even know how to talk like a fag. I gotta practice a little bit.
Just gotta talk like Richard Simmons. That's all it is. Hey, I'm Richard. How are you? Let's get some
Didn't he
sweating
just die?
going.
Didn't Richard Simmons just pass away, if I'm not mistaken? That dude was
Yeah.
funny.
Dude, and fucking the worst fucking dude. I can't stand him. Pauly Shore did that corny ass fucking short fucking.
Pauly Shore, yo. Ha!
He did that
Yeah.
corny ass short like film on Richard Simmons, and then Simmons dies, and I think Simmons was pissed off that he did that. Like he didn't like that. I don't know, man. I wonder how he died.
I forgot about him. Pauly Shore. James Webb Space Telescope. It says Webb's tennis court size sun shield. The thing has it might be like a sun. I think it's taken the sun light and it's how can I put it? It's directing it into a beam. That's what I think. And that's what they've been using to burn up. In my opinion, I'm not saying this is factual. This is entertainment. You know, I'm entertaining you with ideas. That could have been used to burn up a lot of these fizz fires that are going on. It's my opinion. With this thing right here.
Never forget Hawaii.
Yeah, they did them dirty, man. They did them dirty or what? And this ain't even the background I was using. Like, what the fuck's going on here? I had the red background. Dude. It still makes sense, man. And it changed my color. Dude, what is going on here with StreamYard? I had it all set up. See? Red. Maybe black was better then.
Red rum.
But yeah. I wonder what happened to Dean.
Must be the chronic that got these niggas thinking they bionic. Nine was the fucking shit, man.
Mad Lion. Remember
Nine.
him?
Oh man,
Yeah,
Lion,
Nine. Didn't he have a song like 9? I know he did. They did a song with Smith and Wesson, I think, in boot camp. Yeah, Smith and Wesson. They had a song 9. Mad Lion was pretty dope.
You got to look up "Retaliate" by 9. That shit gets you fucking pumped to fight a whole trans army.
Imagine that, bro. Imagine a trans army rolled up on you.
That's what's out here. It's literally a trans army. Like they're literally fucking like retarded soldiers we're up against that are trying to like sexualize fucking kids and push queer ideology on kids and prey on people. And I'm down in Miami. JG's holding it down. He's standing outside of this fucking tranny rally in this fucking theater hall with a fucking sign that says, you know, drag queen story hour corrupts and sexualizes children. And they're mad as shit down there. They call the cops on me. People are walking by. They try to spit on me. Somebody tried to punch me. Fucking somebody tried to rip the sign out of my hand. and they're mad as shit, and I got families walking by me like, respect, dude, respect. And I'm fucking giving them cognitive dissonance left and right. Left hook, right fucking jab to the face. Boom, power hit them. Bing bong, you're done.
Yandex? Thanks, Jay Height. I'm gonna check that out. I thought it said spandex, but it's Yandex. I've been watching a lot of these skateboard tricks lately. What do you think about Steve-O back in the days? I don't think he was that
Corny.
ill. There's some
Corny,
black
guy's a
dude.
clown. Clown.
Dude,
Steve-O's a
you remember this
clown.
black guy that was a skateboarder in LA? I forgot his name, and he was nice, but he had problems with alcohol and other stuff, which I forgot his name. He was nice.
I'll tell you the real skaters, like the dopest skaters, right? John
Give me the top
Cardiel.
3 best ones I could look up. I want to see fire. I want to see the best tricks ever.
All right, you want to see the dopest skaters, right? Trick-wise, like culture-wise, like true to the game, just raw fucking dope skaters. Listen to or watch John Cardiel, Tom Penny, Gino Iannucci. I got some issues with Gino. He's just, I'm not going to get into that, but and people say I have a similar style to Gino. Like my thing is with skating, people say I have a great style. That's why I get all this praise for having style. But people have said I have a style like Gino.
Last name? How do you spell it?
Iannucci. He's in the skate world. People say Gino has the best style in skateboarding. I think he has a great style, but
I'm gonna check them 3 out.
I think he's a bit of a sellout, to be honest.
And I like watching bike tricks too, but no witnesses, no drone footage. Yeah, I haven't found footage faceplant that I could truly say is real footage of lasers coming from the sky. I've seen pictures and stuff, but they just don't. It's hard because so much shit is manipulated nowadays. So I don't think you could see these beams in the daytime. So I don't understand how people are getting pictures in the daytime. You can't see a laser in the daytime too good at all, actually.
Yeah, I think the Hawaii shit, I mean, like lasers caused all that. People saying that, I think that's a tall tale. There was like a transformer explosion and then there was wind and it spread the fire. But the fucked up part is the people that took advantage of the locals and bought up all the property. That's the real nefarious shit going on.
Buy it before and they wouldn't sell. And then after it burned down, then they wanted to sell their property and they were giving them the lowest, nothing close to what they offered before the fire. So those people got screwed, and they're always doing that to people who been in the area of land for a long time. It seems like, look at the Ukrainian people that been there hundreds of years, and now they've been driven out of their land, man. Like, that's scumbag shit. These militaries that do that are scum. And the people who sign up to go do that are lost, man. They need to check themselves and realize what they're doing. I've seen a lot of soldiers that went to the Middle East. They admit that we had no business being there, man. They realized that after a while that they weren't fighting they weren't fighting to protect or for the country. They were fighting for politicians that can't fight their own wars. They're fucking pussy, these politicians.
Right, it really is all just pussy shit. Like they're just weasels. They're trying to master how to be this like successful narcissistic weasel.
Who's seen that video of, I think it was a lady that had water in her hand, and the cop shot her in the head. And then I just seen a video on it, man. The cop was narcissistic and psycho. A lot of these cops, I hate to say it, but they served in Iraq, and they're fucking mental, and they are robotic. They killed so much that they can't even handle a problem and being a cop. Their first instinct is to shoot and kill.
Well, it's logic and reason get fucking thrown out, and they're just going off of feelings. You know, they're going off emotions. You know, what kind of professional is that?
Yeah, she had water. Even if it was boiling water, he was far enough away to where it would cool down before it hit him. It's fucking water, and you shot the lady in her head. Like, some of these cops, man, I wonder. And they know they're gonna get away with it. Like Trump, that's one thing I don't agree with Trump, is he wants to make immunity for all the police to where they won't be held accountable. And I do not agree with that. That's bullshit. Like, they're raiding the wrong houses a lot of times lately and throwing tear gas in people's houses. A lady in Texas got her shit raided. Wrong house. And they won't even apologize or pay for the damage. That's crazy, man. They need to be held accountable.
But they're weasels. They're just going to weasel their way out of it.
They're worse than weasels.
Because they can, and they laugh, and then, man, something real happens to them, and we smile.
What's up, Faceplant? If Look Within says, excuse me, damn. Look Within says 9/11 was a trauma mind control they used on the children for that one. Why else would they roll all those? Yeah. And I'm starting to think, you know, everyone has their opinions on that situation. And all I know, however it went down, whatever the true truth is, it wasn't nobody from the East, man. That shit was an inside work. I personally, don't think anyone was on them fucking things, and it was remote driven. And for the people who don't believe that it was an inside job, they need to think logically and look at all the other incidents that happen. What happens after these incidents? Major laws get put into place. So they create these incidents so they're allowed to implement more laws behind them. That's the only reason they're doing it, is to do whatever they can to eradicate the Constitution and take everyone's rights. These globalists need to go shove a globe up their ass.
Right, they use machinations for their advantage. That's the weasel mentality, the weasel ways.
Yeah, that George Floyd thing, I don't know what to think about that, man. I know the tattoo he had on his back. I know that symbolism. That was a little questionable there. It raised a lot of red flags to me. And I don't know. See, they create these incidents with the police and make people, you know, react. And when people react, they'll implement more law, and they're always going to take the cop side. I'm just waiting to see if Trump does that. If he puts immunity completely on the police, oh, we're fucked. That means anything they do, they won't be held accountable.
Well, just him even saying that, writing about that, fuck Trump.
they always follow a pattern, right? It's the same pattern over and over. They're running plays on us
That's very
and it's
true.
always distracting us from what's happening. It's always happening to distract us. One day is distracting us from what they're doing the next day, to get us all looking over here, and meanwhile I still can't see the stars at night, and there's no clouds, and the earth is actually having trouble breathing. I'm actually observing that. Like in the morning, I go upstairs and I have the window open and the attic open, and when the sun just comes up, I can feel the earth breathing. It's going, the air goes into the house and then it goes out of the house, and it's a rhythm. And it's not happening now. It's like all this shit in the atmosphere. It's like suffocating the earth, honest to God.
I think they're covering up something, and they're working on something where they're covering the skies. Not only is it they're accomplishing a lot of things by spraying, not only poisoning us and the earth. I think they're covering something up. Maybe they're working on that fake telescope weapon. And
they're filling us with metals, and they're filling the water with metals. They're filling the sky with metals, and the earth, the soil. It's like fucking a crust of like cement on top of this soil, and they're giving the people aluminum. They have been for decades. It's making them senile. They're giving the fucking earth Alzheimer's, for Christ's sakes.
Well, I've listened to a couple people in different panels, and they talk about your brain being inflamed, and to me it seems like that's what they really want. They're trying to cause your brain to literally have inflammatory problems.
Yeah, that's what these metals do. The heavy metals attack the brain. That's why people are going to get Alzheimer's and all types of stuff.
Right. It's just that they're going after your mind, like literally going after your motherboard. With the vaccines, with the, all the fake shit, all the artificial shit, all the,
Everything's working together for them. But we're getting, we can see their patterns now, it's. What they're not saying. Look at what they're not saying when it's right in front of everybody. What are they not talking about today? Like bombing Lebanon.
Right. Yeah, what's going on with that? What's your opinion on that, man? That whole Hamas, and like they've been trying to eradicate some tribes that have been in the East a long time, and I think some of these tribes, they're trying to eradicate them because on the tribe's land there's a lot of oil, precious oil, so they want to just eradicate them and take their land. That's what they always do. If they find land, like the Native Indians, they wanted their land. They kept breaking treaties because they kept finding oil, gold, silver, copper. They don't care. These people are pieces of shit, and they deserve a lot more than what's going to happen to them. But I'm wrong for saying I'm the bad guy.
Why is Netanyahu addressing Congress right now?
What's he saying?
Well, he's getting standing ovations in Congress.
Yeah, I seen that yesterday. That.
A lot of Congress has dual citizenship with Israel, so they took an oath.
I think I heard Israel
let him do whatever he wants.
That's what I heard. Israel owns Washington, D.C.
Trump moved the embassy to Jerusalem or something when he was in.
Yeah.
and they're getting ready to set up the headquarters of the world government there. And it might even be a bait and switch. They might draw, like Turkey's talking about going against Israel now, and Turkey's in NATO. So it might be just a big diversion. You know, they might think they're going to set it up there, and then they set it up somewhere else.
I hate how powerful Israel is, how powerful Jews are, Zionists are, Christians. Fucking bowing down to Israel, all the goyim. It's all fake. They're all fucking pussies, man. Interlopers, colonizers.
This is the mockery they did. I was talking about.
Oh, the
Of the
Olympic
last one.
ceremony.
Yeah. That's a disgrace. And I'm not religious,
I only
I
caught a
still-
few seconds of that. That's what it
Yeah.
was designed to enrage the. Yeah.
it's disrespect.
Indeed.
You know, even though I disagree with religions in ways, you know, I still try to respect the people who, you know, that's their spiritual path, that's their choice. I just don't agree with how a lot of these preachers present that shit and use it to manipulate the mind and get money out of people.
Well,
Fucked
their
up.
life depends on it being in that. Some people being in that religion, associated with those people who they work with, etc.
Religion is the
Right,
biggest business.
Right, I feel bad for people, right? Like, do have empathy, but at the same time, it's like hard to be fucking human anymore because people are so damn indoctrinated and conditioned. They're really fucking shit up big time for everybody. I see people in these chats like, oh, be human, like, oh, you know, have a heart, like, you know, saying all that fucking hippie shit, but it's like, you can't even be that human anymore, you know? We're dealing with fucking big time scumbags.
Is it their tech, Dom? Or did they... Whoa. Is it their tech, or did they steal the ancestors' tech and use it for their agenda? That's my question. Because I don't say it's... well, in our time, it's their tech, but they still, I think, stole it from the ancestors. All these phones definitely are tracked. They definitely watch everyone, watch every move. They could track wherever you're going. You can never turn these fucking things off unless you break them. You could turn them off, but they're still pinging, and it'll still track you, and they could still listen to you. It's crazy.
Yeah, and now I have to sign in and update my maps now if I want maps on my phone.
Yeah, they're constantly. I went into the options and made it
Anybody
so they won't
recently
update on their own.
anybody
They always
recently
wanna update.
try to use your maps on your phone?
Oh no. Why? It won't work?
Well, For me, I have to sign in and upgrade the maps, get an update for the maps to even work.
Rachel, you say I think people should respect other people's beliefs. I fuck that. Why do I have to respect Israel and their beliefs? Why do I have to respect,
I don't think
like
all
you,
Jewish people are bad, but there's scum everywhere, man. But I understand when people take it wrong. Like when JG says Jewish, I know he don't mean all of them. He means the scum. Just like when I was growing up, or people get bent out of shape when black people say white people. I know they're not talking about me. They're talking about the
what?
scum.
Well, I was baptized, right? Like I was raised Catholic, Christian. You can consider me a Jew, right? But I say fuck the Jews. I say fuck Catholics. Fuck Christianity. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have the right
I was
to say
baptized. Like
that.
Yeah,
I'm pinned as a Christian, but fuck Christians.
if I'm a Jew, a real Jew, I'm not related to any of these Jewish Israelis. They're from Europe. The people that occupied the territories, they bring them from Europe. Tell them you're Jewish and this is your homeland, and those are the people, the meatballs they get to. And then they build illegal. They had to take some of them down. They had to Israel because they were um, found to be illegal in the world courts or whatever it is.
If
But
you're gonna say
some of them are
respect
still
other,
there. And these are Russians and Europeans. These the ones that the radicals that are running around with machine guns there in Israel, the settlers. They're not real Jews.
right?
All right. People keep saying, who is they? They. I use they because I don't want to sit here and name every single person on their tree. There's so many branches. So I just say they. And if people don't know who they are, I don't know.
Well, we usually say they as like they're the opposition. Like we dismiss people, right? When we call them that.
But I know what you're saying, Dom. I mean, all of us use the language and the tech and everything they use to manipulate us until we are able, um, unless we create our own language and start creating our own tech. You know, what options do we have then to communicate? You know, we could go old school, and I
Hobo
could be
code.
like, hey, Faceplant, I'll mail him a letter to ask him some questions and shit. I have to wait a month to get an answer. We'll go old school, man. Or I'll get a guy with a horse and send him.
Yeah. Pony Express.
Yeah, sign language.
But I know what you mean,
Smoke
Dom.
There's a mouse here in my compost. It's all casual, just checking everything out.
Is they the issue, or the few to share awareness, or the masses that choice to stay? Um, I could say they's the issue. And I could also say I'm the issue because I choose to use the language and their tech and stuff like that. You know, yeah,
It
I
seems
choose
like
to use all their stuff and interact because that's
people's
the choice.
consciousness is beyond reach. Like our peers, the people who are going along with everything and believe everything, it's like they're beyond reach. You're not gonna get them to change their mind or whatever, right?
Yeah,
It's gonna
it's on them to do it.
they're gonna stay in denial until they go senile and die. And they're not gonna remember things because they don't want to remember things.
A Jew is someone who practices Judaism, the Jewish
Yeah.
religion, whether they were born into it or converted. So,
Is
fuck
that? Are
Jews.
you reading that out of a dictionary?
How do you spell schematic? Or no? Blueprint?
SCHEMATIC.
S-C-H. Oh, you're right. S-C-H-E-M, schematic. Okay. Man, that's just like when they use PH for an F sound sometimes.
Jew, any person whose religion is Judaism.
Is that one? That's not the only definition, though, right? Because
What's your definition, faceplant?
I don't know. It must be based on something. People from Judea, original people before the Bible was written that did stuff that they're usurping today. And whatever that is, I don't know.
Bro,
Like,
it's all fairy tales. It's all made up, man. It's all work itself.
but people came from somewhere, right?
Yeah, people came from somewhere.
Pardon me?
Yes, people have come from places.
Yeah. Like, my last name, it's found in places like Saudi Arabia, Israel, Ireland, my last name. So I'm saying my last name probably predates the religion. That
All right.
whatever religion they became.
We see how
That,
racism divides us. Do you see how Judaism divides human beings?
Yeah. Yep. That's their ideology alone. And then if you dare say something, you're the racist one.
Right.
I don't
They
agree with
dub
that.
you.
They could
They
down
dub you
my
whatever.
German people. They talk all that shit about my German people. They're racist, they're garbage. But as soon as I tell them to go fuck themselves, I'm racist. They automatically label me racist because I'm German. Jewish people. Not all of them, but we know which ones.
yeah, and the thing about it is, in these discussions, we always get the language is designed so we always get tripping over semantics. Like earlier, I was talking about lasers, and I was just lasers are trigger words. Like, oh, I saw pictures of that. That was fake, so everything's fake. It's just like you get trapped using those terms. Like, I'm not really into conspiracy, but I'm willing to listen to somebody that says the Earth's not a globe.
I didn't say everything was fake. I said it's kind of hard to tell, because people will manipulate things and then say it. A lot of people throw a picture on the internet, they'll manipulate it and be like, because they know the people who are manipulating know a lot of people can't tell the difference, so they'll just go along with it. But yeah, a lot of stuff's hard to tell nowadays.
The cliches ready there for you to fall into as soon as somebody has in your mind you're typecast as a quote unquote conspiracy theorist, then and you believe in one thing, so-called conspiracy, then everything you say is nonsense. And that's how it works. That's how it's a divide and conquer dynamic.
Religion does three things effectively: divides people, controls people, and deludes people.
And creates war.
This whole
Like the
thing
whole
on
inverted
God,
treaty.
this whole thing on the Creator, we have limited knowledge. right? It's unknowable, but people can't accept it, and they go past the limited knowledge, and they just start going with whatever, man.
Freestyling.
Right? You're trying to fill up your cup of water, and they're just flowing. They're just overflowing.
Yeah, I
And
don't
it's
know
like,
what God is.
hey, there's a limited, capacity here, mentally.
I think we're all a branch off of this so-called creator or God or this energy. Because without this so-called energy, electricity or whatever we want to call it, everything would be dead. Whatever this energy really is. Like even
I mean,
preachers, they think they have a better relationship with this God than anyone else. That's fallacy, man. That's how they get people. They hook, line, and sinker, man. That's why they're the fisher of men. The fishermen.
right, and because of all these theories, look at what happens. People get divided. These theories turn into religions. People get divided more and more.
All right. Now we're gonna get into. I know Faceplant will recognize some of this stuff.
Paul Bunyan created the earth. He was a black man that, chopped down trees. No, he wasn't. You're racist. You're racist.
Right. I wonder what happened to Truth Zone. I think that's his name. Truth Zone Productions. Look at this, man. Look at it. If this is real, right? Whoever's ancestors these are, created this lens for the sun. And I mean, they were already ahead of the game here.
Yeah, Jay Heighten, you say respect people, respect their beliefs, but it's like, I can give fake respect to a Zionist, but I don't respect them. I know they're human, but I don't respect them.
I feel bad for the people that just want to live life over there. I don't respect governments when they're bombing innocent villages and stuff, and people are suffering, and the children, and you got to be a real piece of fucking shit to bomb a village.
Yeah,
I
to
can't
respect
stand
somebody, they have to qualify to have respect.
So,
Like, is respect even real nowadays? Is that just a fucking illusion?
respect is dwindling away. Not even the new generation respects elders because the school system in the West here and the lack of parenting. Like when I said, now they got videos on this stuff that I said over a year ago. I said, parents don't raise their children. One day it just came to me. I was thinking, I was like, motherfucker, we don't even raise our own children. The school does. Because people are at work all day. You drop them off at school, they're at school all day, or they're on the computer or watching TV. Parents are barely in the children's life anymore. Yeah, that's a big part in how they control this country, man. I was thinking about it one day, like, damn, they're prepping children. When does fucking preschool start? When you're how old? 6, 7? They got you right there. They start prepping you. They start feeding these programs to upload into a young child's mind that isn't even fully developed.
Candy's saying the true enemy is in you. Right. We all have an
Yeah.
enemy in us, but look at all the enemies out there. Look at Israel. Look at fucking the United States of America Corporation. Look at the enemies
Yeah.
we're faced with. Yeah, we are our own worst enemy. But I'm not doing what the fuck they're doing.
In
I see
ways
what
we
the
are.
fuck they're doing.
So who do we blame? Like, I know it always starts with self, and we have to make choices in the system. We got to maneuver through it. So do you just go live in the woods and hunt off the land? No, 98% don't do that. So to live in the system that they created, they set it up. You can't escape it for the most part. So you got to maneuver through it.
All we can do is try, right? That's all we do is try our whole lives. We're trying to do this or avoid this.
Yeah.
In this like fucking fake ass world we're in, you literally go to the train. You literally go to tract property, right? And I colonize this area here because I'm saying fuck everything else. You know, I'd rather be here. This is illegal. I'd rather be doing illegal shit like this than
I
fucking
respect it,
paying
man.
into the fucking illusion, you know, paying into the bullshit. I mean, money is just a fucking, that's a work itself.
I respect what you're doing because it's not easy either. I mean, it's easy, but it's not. I always blame myself first. Like, even, I choose to maneuver through this government and all that because what other options do I have? Right? So I've realized the world isn't going to change. It's always going to be the same. People are so indoctrinated. They've got us to the point where, like I've said a kabillion times, I hate to repeat myself, but I don't see any grandma. I barely even see elderly people anymore. The old folks' home has swallowed the old people up and probably done worse. I don't even want to mention some other things they do to them. They take advantage of them, drain bank accounts. I barely see elderly people anymore. We're barely making it to 70 fucking years old. How do we stop? People say, oh, you choose to eat the food. Okay, I agree with that. So we could just ignore it and just stop eating the food. Most people don't even know how to grow food, or we can't even get real seeds that haven't been manipulated. How do we fix all this stuff? Yeah, it starts with yourself. But me, I personally can't sit back and say nothing about it. It's only going to get worse and worse and worse. From the 90s till now, there hasn't been no up. This society has gone completely down, 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 down. And real soon it's gonna crash and blow the fuck up and burn. And shit's gonna get really real. People say, oh, nah, man. My friends tell me, it ain't gonna happen. And I tell my friends, you said that before the scandemic came. And I try to warn people. And they're still in denial. So, hey, tip people's canoes, man. I used to care and wanna try to change things, but now I don't give a fuck. I'm only worried about me now. I've tried for 8 years. Most people, I'm not saying anyone here, but most people don't give a fuck. So fuck them. When it comes time and shit hits the fan, hey, you didn't care then. So, the country's brainwashed into believing one president is going to solve all the same fucking people who robbed them for everything, enslaved them to work, and fed their brain with nothing but programmable lies. They still depend on them. So it's not going to change, man. I hate to say it and be negative, but I think a lot of people are right.
I
It's
see
not going to
people.
change.
I see people write, it's all by design. I hear them saying a lot. I say it myself, but never forget that all by design is deliberate. It's planned. It's intentional. We're dealing with intelligence here, where people are deliberately fucking us. They're deliberately.
That's why I
coming
took a
after
week
your
off.
mind.
You know, I took a week off honestly because I'm tired of the arguments and the disrespect and all the bullshit. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it for me to come on here every day to deal with fucking psychotic people that want to argue with each other and fucking, you know, I agree people should have their opinions, but it goes too far most of the time. And it's just, what are we doing, man? We can't even work together for a conversation. Sometimes I act childish and I say, if people don't give a fuck, why should I, right? But that's what I mean by you start becoming your surroundings. I don't want to be that. I don't want to think like that. I gotta exit away from the negativity, man. How am I gonna elevate myself if I'm surrounded by negativity pulling me down? And I'm not saying anyone here that's in the chat right now hasn't caused me any problems. Nobody here. Everyone here always shows respect. So yeah,
Well,
I'm looking at now.
I've challenged people's cognitive dissonance, but I'm gonna keep fucking firing hell I fire.
I agree. Everyone, you know, I'm a firm. Everyone should have a right to their own opinions, how they see things. I'm all for that, 1,000%, a million. But I think, you know, sometimes when people say things, they get butthurt, and then, you know, like there's an incident the other day, and then I get put in the middle when I have nothing to do with it. It's like people get mad at me because I don't pick a side.
What was the incident?
When people were poking at Axis and he got mad. I
What were
have
they
love
poking
for
at him
everyone
for?
that was there, but people got mad at me and they don't come back and oh, hi. And then I'm not gonna get into too many things because I don't, you know, I'm not trying to throw it in anyone's face, but the way things started to unravel, I was mind blown. I'm like, you kidding me? Like someone poked the bear, and when the bear attacks, they're mad at me because I didn't step in, but I had nothing to do with it. I don't go poking bears. People got to think before they say things and be able to take back what they put out.
Right,
You
it
know?
becomes mental masturbation. It really does become mental masturbation.
That's true, Rachel.
The blame gets shifted onto you. People want to fucking come at you. I don't even know what happened, but people were coming at Axis for what?
I don't even remember, but Axis
I
has
might,
his own viewpoints.
I might tease the character. You know, like I know my chat game is vicious compared to how I am on the panel. But you know, I'm just teasing the character really. But when I come on, I want to be about the information and not directing attention to the person who's giving the information. You might hate the person, but just listen to the information is what I'm saying. But you know,
Yeah,
if you're trolling, could be game on, or it could be just I'm gone, or depends.
it kind of looked like that day that I invited Axis over here. That's how it looked. That I invited him over, and people started saying stuff and all that. I didn't even know that this person had an issue with Axis.
People
Like,
people thinking you brought him over to cause a controversy or something.
yeah,
Is
that's
that what you're
crazy.
saying? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think Axis thought that I invited him over to. And that's not the case. I invited him over because I enjoy listening to a lot of stuff he talks about. He's very intelligent. Even Dominic, a lot of people don't agree with stuff Dom says, and that's fine. You know, I don't agree with everything either, but I do respect him, and I try to hear him out and listen. I think Axis is older than me. He's an elder, so I think Dom might. I let's try to listen to everyone, man. Everyone that comes through brings good stuff to the table. And I forgot, someone in the chat had said trying to be friends with everyone is being an enemy to yourself. And that was a real. I think that should be put on a T-shirt, man. That's a fire. I had to step back and take a look at myself and realize I can't bring everyone together, and I can't fucking make everyone happy. And it don't matter which way I choose. Somebody is going to disagree or hate on me. So as long as
Yeah,
I make
sometimes
myself happy, that's all that matters.
But you
For the
can
most part.
regulate because this is your own creation. This is your own channel, so you can regulate.
True.
if it turns into arguments, then it's a distraction from the information we're talking about, the information that can help anybody. I want to ask questions to think of what somebody thinks about what's happening. You know what I mean?
Well, the whole thing I'm getting at with the Jews is the Jews are human beings, but then they take the indoctrination side. So they take the divide. So once somebody takes the divide, we look at them different.
And then the way we see it, it's we're presuming that somebody's telling us that these people are Jews and they're doing this and that, and it's all put out there for our reaction.
True.
And if we're reacting to it on one side or the other, then we're participating in the narrative that creates the false history. And I've been doing it since I got on the internet. It's what I've learned about it, what's happening myself. Go in looking for one thing and you find something completely different, and start looking into something else.
A Zionist, someone who belongs to or supports a political movement that had as its original aim the creation of a country for Jewish people, and that now supports the state of Israel.
Yeah, and that's the word. That's the accurate word. Like anybody who, and I think Zionism is about having Israel as the seat of the world government or whatever, isn't it?
A Zionist is someone who strives for an independent Jewish state.
Oh. Independent of the UN or any other association.
Well, the Israel, the Zionists, they want to bring the UN to Jerusalem. That's what they want.
Okay, there you go, yeah. Without having to follow the rules of the UN, but being over top of the UN.
So the Zionists are really trying to own everything. They're really trying to go after and run shit. They're trying to mob down on everybody.
You catching a train?
I am the train. I'm out here running over Zionism. Hear my fucking horn.
Yeah, and Trump apparently converted, right, over to that.
In 2017, Trump converted to Judaism. He was converted by Rabbi, what's his name? Gary Busey.
And
Rabbi Gary Busey.
Oh Christ! When did he move the whatever it's called, the embassy from? Was it Tel Aviv to Jerusalem?
I'm not sure about that. I have to do more research on that.
So it's the third temple is the building of the third temple is what they're trying to do, right? So they have to clear the real estate. It's not like just one building; it's the whole fucking ball of wax.
And they said that Israel says that Trump is the biggest supporter of Noahide law out of all the presidents. Noahide laws are a set of 7 commandments that are traditionally enumerated into the Babylonian Talmud. Do not worship idols, do not curse God, do not commit murder. To establish laws and the prohibition of blasphemy, which is bullshit. Blasphemy is just bullshit. Idolatry, adultery, bloodshed, theft, and eating the blood of a living animal.
I saw a little bit of that Netanyahu on TV there. He looks like a bag of shit, man. He looks like he's just guilty as fuck.
Well, you watched that
looks like
video?
He knows the time is short.
Where? Let me see if I could pull that video up. The Congress floor, right? That one when you got the standing ovation. I seen a clip of it, and they were fucking cheering, and I'm like, how can you cheer for a leader that bombs and murders people? Like, people are so indoctrinated into ideologies and their religion that they think theirs is supreme and other people's aren't, so we should kill them and wipe them off the map. They're pieces of shit. That's how fucked up religion and ideology you got, people. It's crazy, man. Christians, Muslim, you name it, all of them think their religion's the only one. Christians got me lost. No disrespect to them, but that's the newest religion. So
I listened to AM radio from North Dakota. Fox, one station I listened to is Fox News, and man, it's just insane. It's just cheerleading that crazy shit. unbelievable to listen to. But you know, that station has the same owner as the other station that's all Democrat. Bad talking Democrats on one station, no bad talking Republican on the other station, but they have the same weather forecast and all that shit, advertising.
Yeah, but Zinger, Israel is just a fairy tale.
Yeah, some I heard, man, it's either Israel or somebody has to do with Washington D.C. Like that Washington D.C. isn't even owned by us. Like it's a foreign entity. Even the military being under the crown, like there's a lot of fucking hypocritical shit going on. I thought the Constitution was created to tell Europe to go F theirself. That's why we left Europe, to be truly free from their communist shit garbage. They're all communism, globalism, all the isms. But if I had to choose an ism, I would want to live under the Constitution. If it was even, if the Lady of Justice wasn't blindfolded, right, and she could see everything for what it is, the Constitution would work way better. But it's not even. It's made to prosecute us and the people in their brotherhood shaking each other's ball sacks. The people at the tippity top, you know, the evil ones that poison everything and suck us dry of our tax money.
Well, Candy, the system has got everybody by the balls, and if you're a real fucking person, it's going to be hard to avoid the system.
People should watch a couple of these videos. I recently seen one of these things. A guy was fishing in the ocean, and 2 of these cruise missiles flew him by. They're fucking remote operated. They can fly these missiles like a video game. And they flew right by his ship. They were low to the water almost, like pretty low. Not all the way to the water, like probably a little above his head. It was, you could hit it with a rock, put it that way. And they were flying right over the ocean, back to back, 2 of these missiles. I don't know what country it was, but all these war-torn countries, I personally think, just like the Middle East, they were evacuated. Now, when you're at a real war, who the fuck evacuates? That means you had a heads up. There was no sneak attacks. I think everything's pre-planned, and they use these wars to bomb the cities so they could rebuild and charge more money and kick people out of their land and charge them money to come back. Isn't that, you know, the good old government? Woohoo! Yeah, good old America.
Yeah, the United States, where they turn every human being into a business, but we're not a fucking business. All machination, all by design, deliberate fucking tactic to keep us fucked. I ain't a fucking business.
You know, the United States military gear is made where? China! That's hilarious to me, man. We don't even make our own military gear, yo. This so-called enemy makes our clothing. That's fucking wild, bro. I got real military gear in my closet, man, and it says "Made in China." Look at the weapon. Part of it's made in the UK. It says the other part's made in the US. Like,
Apparently, Trump.
oh man, it borged out.
Apparently, Trump burning the flag that's made in China.
Yeah, it's sick. We should have factories. Like Trump promised to bring jobs. Did he? I haven't seen no factories being built. I haven't seen. We need to create our own clothes to get all that shit off the shelves. It's all should be made. We're the only country that has 98% of the stuff on the shelves from other countries. I rarely see anything made in America no more. There's no jobs. People are on drugs, homeless, broke. We're being sucked dry of our taxes. They're fucking jacking the prices up. Enough's enough, man. But people rather choose to sit back and go with it and say there's nothing we can do.
Right, but this is a war we're all in individually. They've created this fucking crazy world, right? They've created this crazy video game that each of us are in, and we gotta play the game. So we can't be doing fentanyl. We can't be robbing people because that puts us in jeopardy. So it's every man for himself.
Yeah. Divide and conquer is the best. Oh, it's a matter of physics. Let me see something here.
And these employees, right? These guys walking around, working for the fucking BNSF Railway. They're just supporting the fucking devils themselves. And I don't even think they realize it, man. I just think they're just making money to support themselves. Everybody's fucking cornered.
Now I only got a 10-minute video I could upload? That's bullshit. Now it's 10 minutes. It used to be a certain gigabyte. Now they're only allowing 10. See, StreamYard keeps getting cheaper and cheaper and taking more and giving less. Next time they ask me to do a thing on StreamYard, I'm going to give it half a star. You fucking suck.
Yo, I really hopped military trains, and I'm fucking breaking into military farming equipment, farting on their seats.
No, he's not. Don't listen to him.
I really did this shit.
20 years ago.
Yeah, 20 years ago. I think it's hilarious, man.
Listen to this guy. I want to know what people think on this.
You know, I actually agree with this. We'd be unstoppable. Let's get it done. I'm sick and tired of these Democrat politicians always trying to sow division between us, trying to claim there's a big bad boogeyman waiting for us. Enough is enough. Let's unite. Let's get it done.
I swear I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down. If we wanted to shut a whole city down, and I'm talking if we wanted to shut a whole interstate down, both sides, you take three rednecks, less than 30 minutes to assemble some shit in their backyard with concrete, wood, and if you took about 5 brothers from the hood to mix with them, it'd take them less than 10 minutes to set the shit up, and you'd have a whole interstate shut down. You couldn't take a Mack truck through that motherfucker. You couldn't stop us. No wonder they tried to divide us so much.
I've been saying this for fucking 15 years, probably longer. And now people are starting to get it.
Yeah, I mean, look at France. I mean, civil disobedience can that can really fuck shit up for them, for the elites. Oh, he said them, he said they. What does he mean? I'm getting at the fucking rulers. The corporate state runs the show. I mean, democracy is all a fucking illusion. We do not have a democracy. It's just a put on, right? It's just a word. They call it a democracy. It ain't a democracy. We're in a corporate state. We got to weaken the fucking corporate state. I mean, how would you do it? Like, you got to get violent. You got to get fucking savage. And a lot of us, like, you know, you kind of hope someone does it. You know, you hope there's a crew of people that do it. But it comes down to us.
What's this video? Hold on.
I told you I would tell you why it's bad, maybe add a little bit of color, but also tell you why we're going to win. We are winning. There are a lot of victories that have been secured. Some of them are partial. Some of them in ways that the other side doesn't yet know are foundations for what's coming.
I don't know who this is.
And that's just the beginning. And we're not going to tell you everything that's coming. Because for the first time that I'm aware of, the conservative movement, or as I really like to put it, the common sense movement in the United States has really nothing to do with ideology, is ready to fight.
Fuck. It's cut off. Video start halfway through. I don't know. I don't know who that was. But I want to see if I could share that video Faceplant was talking about. Where the guy from Israel got a standing ovation. I was confused when I seen the video because I'm like, this is America? What the fuck is Israel doing speaking here? The Speaker of the House and all that. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about, man. The U.S. don't mind the politicians that are in so-called power. Don't, you know, they purposely don't mind their business. This is all designed. You know, they're always, they got more military soldiers all over the world. There's more bases all over the world than in our own country. We got more soldiers stationed everywhere but our own country. Any one of these countries could pull a Trojan horse on us, and I think they already did. That's why they defeated us from the inside out. They had to. It's the only way. Because if they tried to invade our land, everyone and their grandma got guns. They would fail that way. They had to get us from the inside out. They did a good job at it. I give them that.
I say we start an organization and we call it the KKK. I'm just joking.
Kellogg's Cornflakes? Oh, that's KKF. That's what the triple K means. Kellogg's Corn Killers.
It would be rad to see whites and blacks really fucking team the fuck up and hold shit down. Like that.
Yeah, and it's pyramid.
In the prime years of skateboarding, like in downtown Philly, when shit wasn't really that divided, where it was a lot of blacks and whites together, man, we had power downtown.
Hell yeah.
We were regulating the fucking city.
Right?
Everybody looked at us like, all right, you know, these guys are running shit.
It's gotten so divided, JG, from the 90s till now. Like you said, people worked together more back in the day. Now it's so divided because of I think the school system played a big part in that, man. I'm glad I hated school, and I'm glad I dropped out. Even though I got my diploma, I'm still glad that I wasn't, like, I don't want to say dumb enough, but foolish enough to fall for a lot of stuff. School to me is pointless. All of it. You could learn how to read and write and do math at home. That's it. That's all you really need to maneuver. All that other bullshit, you could shove it.
Yeah, you really don't need the government around your mind. Like, do you need the government to fucking take a piss for you or wipe your ass for you? No, you got to figure that shit out on your own.
Hey. Yeah, you got fucking politicians smoking crack, right? And then making laws to put people in jail for selling it. But they're the ones letting it come in and doing it all. That's so hypocritical. You know, you got Obama was sucking cock and smoking crack. You know, got it. And it wasn't even his wife, the first lady. It was the first man. We've been getting bamboozled and fooled, right? What a slap in the face to have two men as president and a man and husband. It wasn't his wife. That was Michael. I don't care what no one says. His ding dong was flopping around on that talk show.
My fault. I just saw a Stobovo tag go by.
So if Obama got away with it, how many other presidents had a man for a wife? That's my problem.
Is Michelle really a man?
Talking about rituals. Hold on. What the hell is this?
Obama might have met a woman, right? And he was like, once he met Michelle, he's like, oh, she reminds me of Big Mike. And Big Mike's, he's the third wheel.
This video.
We have seen a picture.
Cancer.
My bad.
It's cool. You got it. Your shit.
I thought you were done. Right when I went to hit the button, you started speaking again. Talking about rituals, I found this video. It seems pretty old, but somebody was smart enough to get some of this on footage. I don't know who this is. I think they said this is Trump, but I don't know. You know Trump sits like that. His hand like a triangle T. It is. It's Trumpity Trump Trump Dumpity Dump Lump. Watch the Masonic grip. I'm gonna finger fuck your knuckle. Yep. Oh yeah. Masonic Lodge has been at war with each other for a long time.
Just saw a fuck Biden tag go by.
What the hell is this video?
Fuck Biden. I'm a Trump supporter.
Oh shit! I need one of these vehicles. You seen that? I forgot I was going to use this in the video. That's right. I'm going to pull
Imagine
up
that
in
too.
my Acura. Huh?
Imagine that too up in that helicopter, and you're just boom going after Zionists. Imagine that's where your life's at right there in that moment, and you're just going after Zionists. Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, long as the missiles ain't coming at me, I ain't too worried about it. Because anything I say, it ain't going to change nothing. You know, as much as we want change, like, I don't care. It always starts with yourself, man. I mean, that's common sense. But in order to make a change so everyone could live, you know, it's about the future of these children. People just don't get it. Look how bad it's gotten from when we were a child till now. And just imagine from now to when I'm 80. We'll be super fucked by then. Especially if they bring in a point system like China. I'll be goddamn. Like, who knows who China Mac is? He just moved to I think it's Hong Kong or something. And he couldn't even pay in his apartment. And it's wild, man. I couldn't live like that. I don't care. You can't smoke a cigarette in your own apartment. You can't smoke weed in your own apartment, or you get points taken off. I don't think it's in all of China, but I think they have point systems in place somewhere. I don't want nothing to do with that shit. I think there would be a war before anything of that goes down.
Can't masturbate to Jewish porn. What? Did I just say that?
I wonder if there's any German Jewish people. They would have a tough life, man.
There is,
Yep.
of course.
Oh, fuck yeah. Kissinger. The Rothschilds.
For real? Huh. Traitors.
Like, that's where they showed up in the Rothschilds in Frankfurt.
Like, I don't know.
And they manipulated the banks, like in Napoleonic Wars. They sent a message that the English lost the war, and the banks fucking tanked. The banks tanked, and then sorry, we meant we won the war, and so then they cashed in. They bought everything at
That was their
pennies on the
plan,
pound.
right?
Pennies on the
Their
pound
plan.
already.
You think that was their plan, face plant? Like, I think these people, they started to infiltrate. Like, some people say America was designed. Like, I personally think some of these forefathers were really about freedom and not being tangled up with Europe and their communist rule. They wanted people to make a life for themselves. But that got infiltrated. I think it was infiltrated, in my opinion. I could be wrong, and that's fine. If I'm wrong, well, I'm wrong. But
well,
and another
it was
thing
allowed
I'm realizing
to happen in the first place, right? It was always allowed to happen. Like if the controllers wanted to wipe somebody at any time, they can. Like there's all this information stockpiled, like all the about P Diddy and Epstein bullshit, and it's all still there, and everybody's all still guilty, but they're not bringing that info out at this time. You gotta ask yourself, why are they teasing us with a little bit of this, but they're not doing anything about any of the big players, the royals or the higher actors or politicians.
Hold on. What's 45 plus 47? That's 12. You carry to us 92. Okay. I see what you mean, Candy. Okay, 5 plus 4 is 9, and 7 plus 4 is 11. All right,
They
interesting.
have to have some of the chessboards in a static position until they get the other chessboards lined up into the right formation. You know, they're gonna keep the pieces where they are until they need to move them or trigger whatever actors they want to move that in that direction. See, it's a lot of chessboards, and they're looking at them all. They're all connected. Like JG, you're wondering about the people that are doing this. Well, whatever people are at the top, they got something else that's not human telling them what to do.
Peace, you know who? I got you. Damn, I just seen that. I'm
Something
sorry,
that's
you know
more
who.
something that's more intelligent and knows more about how the earth works and everything than any human can. It has to be.
Peace, Open Annie. Sorry.
Yeah,
Hold on. Peace to Foods and Tools. I don't think I said peace to her. And Orphan Annie. And you know who.
Hello.
What's up, you know who? What do you. Now that
What?
now. Oh, I forgot to show somebody. Ultrasonic infrasonic cannon. So this is the shit they could use to target you when you're sleeping. Interesting. Now, I don't think they would be standing in front of your house like that, but I'm pretty sure they disguise it.
This is like
Interesting.
It would take a lot of times it's two separate weapons. Like it could be one weapon in the house beside you and another one across the street. And where they cross beams, that they can exactly cross the beams where you are, and they can do whatever you want to. They can fry your liver. They can make your skin
That's a good
burn.
point. What if the phone is one of the weapons? That's why everyone's got phones. It's not only to listen to us and track us and to record everything we do, but I think the phone is partial weapon too. Besides
You use
a psychological weapon.
the
well,
phone as a locus, and they can use all these general weapons and specific directed weapons. You know, if they got one or two or three of them on you, one general, one that covers everything, one, and then a specific one that gets activated by your phone or your motion or whatever the fuck.
and it also fucks our natural wavelengths or our natural frequencies. There is radiation in phones, but it's not like a severe level of radiation.
It's like apparently with what happened to what people took, it's somehow their cells, it's oxygen depleting somehow, so that their cells can't make oxygen or something like that. So in that state, that's when you become susceptible to like pneumonia and other bacteria and staph and sepsis and
Yeah, staph infection is no joke. I remember when I was in prison, that was a big thing, man. And it spreads. This guy had it on his leg and his arm. It was nasty. Nobody wanted to be around this guy. We like alienated him. Nasty. Ugh.
Would you rather be ostracized and alienated from people, or alienate yourself from everybody?
Alienate myself, because at least I can make the decision.
Bam.
Either way, I mean, hey, if people alienated me, I'll still deal with it the same. I'd be like, whatever. What do you think about this? You know, did you see this Paris thing?
Yeah, I know, but I don't know.
I thought it was funny and disrespectful at the same time because they look like clowns, man. Like, what do they want? Attention? You know, they need a
Well,
hug.
I'm not even
That's what they
sure.
need.
Is this even
Well-
depicting like the Last Supper? I don't know. The colors seem
Off.
similar,
Yeah.
but you know,
the whole thing was transhuman agenda.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's all corny as shit.
It's all to piss off Christians, of course. They just
I wish
love to be attacked.
I wish I could go up to those people and just tell them how corny and lame they are.
They need a hug.
No, they just need a cornball. You know, they need to be hazed a bit.
What's that stuff called?
Well, the
Damn,
people in that picture aren't the problem.
Damn, it was a kind
It's
of
the
like
ones who
chick.
decided that this was a good idea to show.
Luciferase.
It's called damn. The Cracker Jacks used to have it. Not candy corn. Anyway, it don't matter.
Oh, the prize?
Yeah, you said they need a cornball, and they made me think of candy corn, or I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, candy corn's Halloween. It's like a cone candy.
Homemade energy weapon. Do you know in the Constitution we have a right to build our own guns and you don't have to register them? But most people don't know that. Even though if we did do that, they would still come after us, step on our rights, shit in our face, and lock us up. Because nobody's going to do shit about it. And I think that's our major problem is we just sit back and let these clowns do whatever they want.
American politicians do not care about the Constitution, to be honest.
Hell no. They constantly walk all over us, and we just sit
it's
back
like they act as if it
Jesus
doesn't
will
matter,
come.
to be honest.
Trump will save us.
It's the United States of Israel at this time.
That's sad.
You were talking about it earlier about Netanyahu. Of course,
Yeah.
everybody's clapping. They're all like, "Oh, Israel, Israel." You know, they're all Christian Zionists in power, all of them.
Israel. No, he's not.
Biden did exactly what he needed to do. He made Trump even more popular than he already was.
So now he can do what he has to do without being distracted by the election until
Exactly.
January. Biden.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do much, to be honest. I think it's over for them. It's just
You know the expression "haughty before a fall," like Netanyahu with his big mouth wide open, chest pumped out, like that's haughty before a fall. It's in the Bible, and it's like a principle. Once the spoiled child is throwing his last tantrum before he has to grow up.
yeah, but they're on the same side though, so they're not gonna stand in the way of something that they were there to help come to pass. Basically, they were there to make Trump look like the only option. Now Trump has absolute power. He's like the Christians. To them, he's like Jesus Christ himself. They want him to be the emperor of the American empire or whatever. They think he's like saving the children from the fucking the tunnels, together with Putin.
Yeah, if you buy into the narrative, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But plenty of people do. Christians, they're so gullible, they'll believe literally anything, Like the Olympic thing, That's just the latest thing. You know, you can trigger them so easily. You know, if you want something done, if you want some outrage, Christians are the way to go. You know.
Yeah, they're the flavor of the decade or whatever.
Christians are the goyim. They fell for the nonsense.
Yeah, they're supposed to become like the Shabbos goy, like to uphold the 7 Noahide laws, which is one of the things that they needed Trump for. This is the showdown between, you know, Jesus Christ supposedly, you know, is the Son of God, but also God at the same time in Jewish belief. But
right, it's insane.
Yeah, it's it's stupid. But to the Jews, the Christians are idol worshippers because they don't.
Hey, what's up?
Even though it's one and the same guy, they still want to change. They want to convert them to the 7 Noahide laws, which are the laws that God gave to Moses, basically.
What's up, AK? Well, AK's departed.
He's straight gold.
Anyway,
Hope he struck.
I wanted to give you guys a heads up about what's about to happen in the Middle East with Turkey. Something I've been saying for years. I think it's finally gonna happen. Yeah,
about Turkey.
I think they're about to maybe they'll get kicked out of NATO, which I suspect. So they're gonna join like a coalition. You know, Erdogan. They tried to take him out. Basically, they tried to have like a coup a couple of years ago, but they couldn't get him. He's like the guy who's supposed to like reinstate the Ottoman Empire, basically, or rebuild it. And they've made repeated claims that that Jerusalem is theirs, and you know, it's not just Christian Zionists and Jewish Zionists that claim Jerusalem as their own. You know, this goes way deeper than that. And then there's also the question of Constantinople, or whatever it's called right these days, which Europe considers that a part of Europe as well. You know, that whole area is just one giant powder keg waiting to go off. With ancient conflicts, really, but you know those things just keep going and going.
It's the same thing going on since Muhammad in 900.
What's up, AK?
Hey, what's up? The Muslims started taking over Northern Africa. Yeah.
Me and Lucy were about to send you a letter, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if you were in the same place, or I took mad long to send one out. I couldn't get a hold of your wife to see if you were in the same spot. You'll be back.
My bad.
Yeah, I couldn't get a hold of your wife or anything to I didn't want to send the letter out if you moved. I don't know if they transferred you or whatever, because I know they move people around. If you get sentenced, they'll move you.
Yeah. No, they never moved me. They left me in a cell that I was in for, I don't know, 5 months.
7 months?
Yeah. All told. I even found that, dude, one of my cellies hung himself while I was in there even. It just sucked.
You're using it as a punching bag.
Society was a punching bag.
I would have been mad if I woke up and he was hanging there. I would have been pissed. One.
No, I found him in the daytime. He's done it like at 2:30 in the evening. He's dead and shit.
Where were you, in Seg?
Nah, man, I was in GP. So I was fucking just chilling in my cell, and like this new guy in there for stringing his wife.
Seg is segregation. You get in trouble, they put you in Seg.
Well, my first day I got put in segregation. Like, got in a fight. Could do the hospital works. Yeah.
PC and SEG are two different things. Even though SEG is with PC, they kinda, sorta. But I'm glad you're free. Fuck
Yeah, I'm
prison.
doing good.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're free and with your wife or your girl.
Yeah, I'll
That's
be
really
mining in
good.
a couple of weeks even. So back up, hit the ground running. You
You
know.
back in Alaska?
Yeah, already. Yeah, I flew up the same day I got out.
You were in Tennessee, right?
Yeah, yeah, I was close,
I'm
man.
I was about to go. I'm about to go
But
there.
it was a strategic move,
In
like
a few
legal wise,
weeks.
because now I can go down to the lower 48, bro.
Not worrying about the police.
Now I can come down to the lower 48 and travel. So I needed to get the time done. I went there on
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah, your wife came by when it happened real quick to let me know. She
Yeah,
came, because I was wondering what happened to you.
I had to do it when I did it, and because of the timing for me to be able to go back mining, because you know how to attorney and everything. So
That's good. You got it out of the way. Now you can do what you fucking want without having to look over your
I'm
shoulder.
gonna drive the S10 across America with Flora and the dogs and come and see certain people. It's gonna be cool.
Isn't it? I mean, even 7 months, man, you start to get used to being in that cell. And when you get released, it's like a different world. You start
yeah.
seeing people don't have respect. It's a different
Yep.
world in there. The most
It puts you
thugged
back in
out
that
murderers and drug dealers at least have respect for each other compared to out here. And
I know, bro.
appreciation.
Right?
I mean,
It's still all fake, man.
prisons for the birds.
I grew a big ass beard.
I know. AK, they turned you Muslim in there or what, man?
No, man, you're good, bro.
I've not been feeling the best to talk to anybody, so I haven't been on anybody's stream really.
I felt bad I didn't write you. I was like,
okay.
damn.
Message
It's
that passed
true.
along.
It's not that. It's just like, even my friends didn't write me too much, and I was mad. But life goes on when you're in prison. People are always busy and stuff, and it sucks. I know letters mean a lot in there because it's something to read.
I actually wrote, like, no one sends letters like that anymore in here. It's all electronic now. We get like these touchscreen things.
Really?
And then, yeah,
You
they
don't
give
send
you
letters
tablets
now?
and shit.
Emails now?
Yeah, they give you like a tablet that is to use too, and you can like message your wife and stuff or your loved ones. And I just talked to
Corny.
Flora.
You can't get mail. You can't get books and magazines.
Yeah, dude, no books. This place had no books. And then like the tablets got taken because I guess the wall socket got caught on fire or some shit. It was funny.
That's
and then
crazy,
they took
man.
the tablets. They didn't have them from like my last 4 months in there. I had no
Yeah,
form
but they
of
charge a lot for them things, like $600 for a tablet in there.
no TV or nothing. You know, it's got a damn radio and the phone.
I got a question. I got a question for you, AK. Did you see any Zionists or Jews in there?
All over. There was all kinds actually, religious denominations. Quite diverse, but no, mainly it was just one type of people, douchebags. Just epic douchebags. Anyways, it's just in time. It went by.
I got locked up. I was in jail for a few days, and the people I had to deal with them there, I'm just like, God damn, man. It's just,
well,
they're shot
yeah,
out.
it's like they don't have any ambitions, good ambitions or morals to, be able to like,
people, they're getting
concentrate on their life and fix it. They're just one-track minded, Drugs and dope and horrors.
Rachel asked me, what did I go to prison for? I was on probation. And through my whole life, I was on probation. And at that time, I was on the run for a year. I had 2 different probations. I had in 2 different cities. They combined into one. And when you violate, they separate them. So I had 2 warrants. I just took my time. for the violation. I didn't want to. They wanted me to do 6 months and reinstate it and start over. And I said,
Dang, they're
"Fuck
gonna fuck
you."
you.
I said, "Give me my time and I'll EOS." And I have been free ever since.
Look in chat.
So
Our chat. Yeah.
I was on probation for drugs and others.
There you go.
I'm gonna do a video on it one day soon. I'm gonna do a whole session on prison and politics. How is it in Tennessee? How's the politics in there? Is it like the West Coast? Are they segregated or it's mixed?
It's mixed, but it's like I was in the gang unit, so it was all wannabe gangsters that were gay, taking 4 deep showers.
Yeah, I was shocked when I went up the way. The showers in county were separated. You had a little privacy, but when you go up
Right?
the way,
Yeah.
everyone. And I went butt naked. I ain't even gonna front. It was my first time, and everyone was like, "Bro, put some boxers on." I was like, "My bad. I didn't know. No one told me." Yo, it's like an open shower room. Imagine that, everyone. You gotta imagine. At least I
Yeah.
forgot how many showers were in there. Maybe 15. Yeah, it's a big
The
open
showers are
room.
horrible. It's like,
There's no
imagine this,
privacy.
right? 4 or 5 nozzles, one big like area, and it's like you go in there, it's like it's just nasty, like the worst smelling shower imaginable. And then so what these dudes do is they proceed to go in there, 2, 3, 4 dudes at a time and take a
Taking
shower
a
together.
shit.
It's fucking weird.
Where I was at, there was no doors on the shitter.
That's not even how we use the shower. It's like one person goes in, takes a shower, and then the next guy. It's like you're supposed to do like. And then they were literally doing that. I was like, whoa, society's changed. These dudes are just, I call them GBG, gay bang gang.
Yeah, there's a lot of goofy shit going on in there. Little things.
And then you get the space players that are like, trying to like sound like a space shuttle taking off as they flap the card.
If I had to do time, fuck the what do they call it? The dorm setting. I hate that shit, man.
There's also a bunch of crackheads. There's a lot of those actually.
Alcoholic and crackhead.
You're the funniest crackhead stories, though. I tell you, that's one thing you get from it is for entertainment purposes. You get to listen to the dumb crackhead stories and laugh your ass off.
AK, did you notice a lot of people like staring you down? Like when I was in jail, with my peripherals, I would notice people fucking staring me down and constantly looking at me. I would catch them looking at me. Like, did you notice that a lot?
Oh yeah, that's how it is. I mean, it's anywhere you go. They become animals.
Yeah, but I mean, people, they don't have etiquette. Like I said, it's the little things. They're doing goofy shit, and when I was in jail, I'm just constantly like what?
So day one, I one punched a sex offender that was trying to rape me. That happened too. It's like, great. Kelton, Tennessee sucks. They put me in a cell with this guy that literally was like a sex offender, and then he literally tried to fuck up and try to act like he was gonna rape me. So
I would have stabbed him
an uppercut and then a jab to the eye and sent him to the hospital. Whoops.
There you go. Well, future reference.
I literally one punch to the hospital.
Straight up. A palm strike is way stronger than knuckles. So if you palm strike somebody in the jaw, you knock them out, they're done.
It's just yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it was but it was a perfect jab, and that motor was down. I mean, he was just I scattered his orbital socket, I guess. Whoops.
Yeah, fuck him.
Hey, what's up, Phyllis in chat? How you doing, Jay? Hope you're doing good. I haven't heard from you. Get up here. Where are you at? Dave Phillips. Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't get charges for that because I literally sent that guy to the hospital and he had to have 2 or 3 surgeries. I'm sure the jail didn't like paying for that.
This year,
it was horrible, but I did it so I can literally drive through Canada with my wife and dogs, and like literally be a snowbird in the wintertime and drive across America like we were discussing doing in the past. So it's a big step on, cleaning up my life and fixing it. So it was the last big one, and now I'm, don't have nothing to worry about. Just gotta keep working hard and paying the bills. Hell, I'm already doing motor pool and stuff. I'm working on an Explorer right now. My roommates. I'm not even charging or anything. It's just the Explorer I work on in Orange, and I've worked on it for 4 years for free. It's my friend Darlene. He's an old lady. It's one of the ones I've always worked on. So I'm doing brakes, and I'm doing a whole bunch of shit on it. It's like replacing A-arms and ball joints and shit like that. Fun. What have you been doing, Charles? How you been, man?
It's around.
It's good to talk to you. Hear from you.
Yeah, me and Lucid I brought you up in the conversation. I was like, man, I gotta write 8K, and look, you're home now. See, that's a good thing. I was wondering when I was like, damn, I hope you don't got fucking years.
No, I did. I just did a kill sentence, bro. Remember we discussing this with you? That I had to go finish and do like 6 months in Tennessee, and then I'd be able to travel. This is what
you said you didn't know what they were going to give you.
No, you never know. But I had a paid attorney, and we knew we were pretty. You pay an attorney, you're pretty damn confident what you're going to get, but you still got to jump through the hoops and do it the right way.
So
in that kind of situation, you got to play your cards right.
You know who? What were you saying about Turkey?
About who?
No, you know who was talking about Turkey and something was going to happen. Is there a war? Isn't Turkey like in between Russia?
They had a coup like 5 years ago, didn't they? They just went through a coup 5 years ago. Turkey is very strategic. Like that's like Constantinople.
It's the second largest NATO army. It's not. You don't need
the other side of the
everybody underestimates Turkey because they're literally still a world power.
Strategic place. But religious-wise, that's a real.
They're not really that religious, to be honest. But
I'm talking about the chronology. That's like if you go from right after death of 80, you go BC 80, and then you go from there up to now. But if you know a little bit of history, you know like how much of an area that was used strategically through time, the Roman Empire and that kind of thing.
Like Muslim, right?
Well, that was there. The Arab uprising that was in like 900-ish AD, and they came from Persian Empire is what it is. They came from over there, which is like Pakistan and Iraq and Afghanistan. So they came from there, and they took over Jerusalem all the way up, and then they took over Turkey all the way up to Constantinople. They're on the other side. That's a battleground. So then they went all the way down the northern. They went through Egypt, and then they went across Africa, all the way over to the Straits of Gibraltar, and then they went over the Straits of Gibraltar into Spain, and they even had land up into the Spain, parts of Spain, and also a little bit of parts into like the Gothards and stuff.
Yeah.
So pretty cool piece of history.
It's gonna be like a coalition, like of the old.
It took them like 100-something years, though. It was just imagine. Could you imagine living in a time where you're going through a century-long, foray into unknown territory and expanding? Times were different then. Took them 100 years to do all that, but they literally conquered the land, and then they were using religious. Okay, here's the thing about religious. That's an interesting thing to ponder. They were using it as a form of conquest through the priests and stuff. They would send them out, and they would establish, religious holds in those areas and convert. They were all conversion. It was like Age of Empires video game. You know, you send your little priest over to the people and shit. Yeah, so they
They
would
want
use the people and religion as a tool to basically form society to where the
I thought
advantage,
you said
where the
perverted.
advantage went to the the higher up noblemen in society, and the priest, and then the pope, the papacy, and the papacy started taking control over the kingdoms and everything through. What happened is during the like Dark Ages and stuff, currency slowed down around the globe to the point to where they started using they did fiefs of land. They would title them to the people of high positions in the churches, and then the churches had control of that shit. They were the landlords of land somehow, and because they had tremendous sway on the governments of any nation back then. And so what they would do is they would literally fucking so now they're like basically a hidden king, and that's how the Pope is. Like he was like they were all being gangster and fighting over like leadership of all the nations. That's how they were doing it. They were literally using the papacy as a form of control of the government. If you do history, you see, you're like, oh, well, I'm not surprised. But that's our reality in a nutshell. So, and they're still doing it today. I mean, look at society now and look at how. What's up, Jay?
What
Look
up,
at how
Bill?
they're. They're doing the gay agenda and stuff like that, and the woke thing. They're literally using religious against this as a tool to try to control the populace. They've been doing it forever. If you just do your Christianity research on the papacy and how they use the Pope as a form and religion as a form of conquest and use it against the people of all nations. They don't care where you're from. They're another like on another level of control and authority that most people don't see. What's up, man? Long time no see.
On time, man. How you doing, bro?
Doing pretty great. Shit. Working, getting stuff done.
You out standing on your right to travel or what?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Just travel now.
Fuck
I'll be
yeah.
able to swing through and see. What state are you in?
Colorado, bro.
Oh, that was one of the states I was going to go to too. You'll be the first person to come see then, actually, because I'm going to be coming from Seattle ways with the S10 in the future when I do come down there.
Hell yeah, man.
I'll be using the S10 and then a little pull behind camper.
Hell yeah.
Well, that S10 is everything on it's new. I resto modded it, So.
Fuck yeah.
The motherfucker's like a brand new truck now. I'm not gonna get a clutch for it though. I found one, dude. I just found the clutch for it today for like $45 on Amazon. Just the pad. That's all I need though.
Hell yeah.
Well,
How's Ivan?
Right now.
How's Ivan, man?
We had a thing yesterday. We were dicking around one of those little 3 horsepower boat motors, one of those old school ones. It was cool.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We gotta. Oh yeah. So update to the mining stuff. Y'all seen the boats? Did Flora show you all the boats or anything? She even seen them? Oh, we got like a Zodiac boat and another little rigid boat that's inflatable.
Fuck yeah.
Well, what we're gonna do is we're going to put the boat in the ocean with one quad at a time, and then use another boat to haul them from Seward. The launch there at Seward all the way down to Tontosina River, and then it's like I don't know. I think it's 7 miles in the water, and we're gonna tow the quad 7 miles to this river, and then put them on the shore there, and then we're gonna go another 2 miles inland, 2.5 miles inland, and build a camp and go dredging. But Ivan has one of his other mining partners that was locked up in the jail in the Philippines. He's free too, and I met him yesterday. I've I know about him and everything. So, but we got another one of the mining, partners on the crew he's been mining with Ivan in the past stuff. So,
Fuck it in, man.
So we're going to a new spot. Oh, we got full face mask this year. So no more like super freezing face. I'm gonna have a full face shield and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
How's Laura
I
doing?
like my new. You're good.
Good, man. Dude, check it out. You got to see the star, dude. You see that fucker?
Wait. Oh, damn. Look at the
Had half
scar,
a
baby.
head. Dude, I had half a head for 4
Let
months,
me see it
bro.
again. Still floor. Hang on. See it right here.
No, he won't come and see you.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
I'm like the original crackhead, bro.
You are the new
king,
crackhead. You are the
king of the
crackhead now.
crackheads. Now remember, kids, don't smoke crack.
Oh, dude, one of my cellies was a crackhead. I hated him. This guy's only ambition. This guy's only ambition in life was he would talk about wanting to smoke crack, shoplift.
Boofing Klonopins in the clinker.
That's all he would talk about, dude. He would just talk about smoking crack and shoplifting.
Hold on. I know what it is. All right.
Oh shit! Technical error.
Now it's fixed.
So I got a new phone. Pretty rad. It's one of those badass Galaxies. Hell, it's fucking $800 one. So y'all should be able to hear me better now. Oh shit! Where'd you go, Jake?
He'll be back.
Yeah,
I told him I
what is
fixed it.
That's what style is that?
Look, they say this is a telescope, AK, but me, that's a direct energy weapon that uses the sun to direct the light, like this.
Yeah. Wow.
Isn't it the same thing? It's like
That's a good picture you're on, man. You know how they're doing that? What they're doing is they're
Hold on, you know. Yeah, you
they're
know who
pushing
tried to say
plastic,
something, okay.
Oh, you can't hear me or what?
pushing the magnetic bands apart, and then they're
Yeah, I don't
slapping them
think you
together to
can hear me.
concentrate force.
You
Dude, I
can
think
hear,
it
you know who, AK?
Who?
Because he tried to say something and you talked over him.
okay.
You know who?
Hello?
Go ahead, you know
I don't know. I don't think it's working.
who. What?
I can hear you.
You can't hear us?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Oh, wait. Man.
You know who?
Wait.
Maybe he can't hear us.
I don't know. No, I think he can hear us.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
I think I changed my microphone.
Oh, everyone's falling out. First Lucid, and then AK. I gotta jump off here in like 15 minutes anyway.
Sure.
Look at this shit, man.
Well, you know, it's sending a frequency, whether you call it radio frequency or sound frequency or whatever. It's still just a frequency. You know, different frequencies, different results. You know, we all know the concept of a microwave. It's just applied on a larger scale without a protective cage, you know.
Like this. They're saying this is a telescope, but I think this is directing that sun, the sunlight. Like I showed pictures earlier. Even the ancestors were using the sun to as a weapon. So I don't think it's nothing new. That's why, like I said earlier, Trump said that Trump was threatening all these countries that they would be hit with like fire and fury, meaning a weapon that they've never seen in their life. And I think this telescope is not a telescope.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because when I'm looking at it, I gotta check out this idea. You see those like cables, right? That's probably pushing the magnetic bands away. And whenever they push it apart, whenever they come slapping back together, then they focus that energy. It looks like that's what that could do.
God knows what they have.
That's how they work. They do weapons.
I know they have like this.
This
They have
particular
a railgun or something.
Oh yeah, that
Look
thing's
what it
sick.
says. Forward spreader bars. What are they spreading? Right?
Isn't this just a mount or something?
They tell you. Look, they're showing you right
no.
there. That's what it does.
Spreader bars.
Well, that was my theory. And look what the first thing
find this video. You know who? They got a video that China's launching a simulator into the sky, and it's fucking on. It's like a sun, but they're launching it on a rocket.
That's the second one they're doing now. They've already did that once. This next one's supposed to be huge. Oh, Florida's seen some stuff with like the sun simulator and there being 2 suns and stuff. Yeah. But I have another theory on that.
I think it's to hide the eclipses and stuff.
Really,
all they do in the sky is just obscure everything, just so you
we got
can't
some
see what's
photos
going on.
that we've taken ourselves personally that has another object up there.
There's more than one. There's supposedly
it's a planet.
There's an entire thing with spheres,
and I
that
think
you
it's
can
blocking
see. It's
out.
basically like a
Sun.
timepiece,
Right?
cosmic timepiece that's basically being obscured from us. Otherwise, we would know
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, that's a cool way to say it. I like that cosmic timepiece. That's pretty cool.
You can basically see the alignment. Probably that's why they don't want us to see it. Otherwise, people are gonna go, "Hey, what's that? Oh no, don't just ignore that. You don't want to see that."
Right.
I think when these alignments happen, I think this is like some sort of a timepiece machine. And when these alignments happen, that's when the reset, I think this machine or whatever it is resets itself. That's why in Revelation it says, look for the signs in the heavens. Because that's when they call it a cataclysmic event, but it's just a reset. With all the gases and electrical energy, it does cause an event that fucks everything up, a big boom or something, you know? Like when it resets, it's like a clock that'll reset.
A giant lightning strike.
It's definitely a like every 120 years or so. This is a cycle they go through. Well, actually, I think it might be 80 years. They're doing a cycle of 80 years.
Well, it seems a little bit.
If you,
I think it's
no,
like
that's
2000.
Like that's whenever they're using like revolutions and stuff is when. But they're doing it in a way where it's. I'm telling you, man, it's all about religion, okay, as a tool, and then it's about the populace and control.
Yeah, you're talking about
that's how our world works with the governments and
itself doing the resets. Yeah, okay.
If you do your research, you'll see that all these governments throughout history and these kingdoms and nations and stuff have used that same formula to just do run shit and take over everything. It's all about power.
You know what I've always thought? You have civilization and, the infrastructure, it gets old. And it takes a lot of money, effort to replace all that.
That they do
in their opinion, it's easier to just bomb the shit out of everything and then just clean up after and then rebuild and create a new civilization. And that's what they always do.
What they're going through right now over there.
Yeah. That's what you mean, like with a reset. Yeah. It's usually war.
Cool. That's fine. Put money in my bank card.
They've been building like these new super cities all over the world where there's basically nobody living there. Like they're preparing some kind of exodus. I think from the West, to be honest. Eventually, not immediately, but interesting times to say the least.
Well, saying what I've said about how they're using the religions for control and everything, where's the Pope?
No, the Pope is nobody.
And, they're still the Vatican is the world's smallest country, so it has country powers. That gives a diplomatic immunity.
They're just one head of the beast.
Yeah, but
the beast.
There's other religions that are trying to use it as a form of but that system is crumbling. Is why I think we're going through this turmoil with our government right now, because that system is not going to work no more with the way tech is in society. So I think they're all fighting for a
It's their
new
nature.
design on how to control the populace, and they can't figure it out.
It's their nature is stupidity and failure. That's really all
So
you
we're
need to know
suffering through
about
that time of their uncertainty and not knowing how to control us, because they can't anymore. Too many people are too diverse. There's too much freedom, and people can travel too much, and they can
They had
it
too
leaves
much
room
power.
for the people to still have power, right? Because if they can't stop us from doing every day-to-day things, like people are gonna keep doing shit for power. But they can't stop our day-to-day things. So what are they going to do? They don't have a religious angle to control the masses anymore like they used to. Because there's like so many atheists and people that just don't give a shit. And it's like, so they're, instead of listening to God and the religion, they listen to the government, and the government wants to be God against the populace. So they're evil pieces of shit. They just want to use us. That's why they tax us. So taxes down in Tennessee sucks. Up here in Alaska, we don't have taxes. And that's one thing that's nice, because
Well, up in Fairbanks area, Wausau, yeah.
but it's not like it is down south.
Yeah.
But that's just another form okay, what do you do when you go into a church? You have tithes, and you give the money in the basket, right? That's how they use the churches back then. They got mass amounts of wealth, and then they would also use that to control religious people, and basically pay off other like government official people in other nations, so they would do to the church's will. Now they can't do that kind of stuff. Society doesn't work like that. It's all fucking. We're suffering through their unknowing on how to fucking control us. Can't hear you guys.
All right. I found it. I found the video that I've been looking for, and this is it right here.
This video is being shared on social media platforms with the claim that it shows China's launch of an artificial sun into the sky. According to news reports, recent experiments revealed that the Experimental Advanced Superconducting Tokamak, or EAST, nuclear fusion reactor, also known as artificial sun, delivered a temperature of 158 million degrees Fahrenheit or 70 million degrees Celsius for 1056 seconds, approximately 18 minutes. This is higher than the temperature normally provided by the sun. A researcher at the Institute of Plasma Physics of the Chinese Academy of Sciences, who is in charge of the experiment, said, "The ultimate goal of EAST is to create nuclear fusion like the sun, using deuterium abound in the sea to provide a steady stream of clean energy." However, this was conducted in a controlled environment, and China did not launch the artificial sun or the reactor into orbit. This news of nuclear reactor attaining high temperature has been misconstrued as China launching an artificial sun. As for the video in the post, an internet search with the relevant keywords revealed that China recently launched the Long March 7A rocket that carried 2 satellites into orbit from the Wenchang Rocket Laboratory. Visuals of the launch are available online. In this video, we can observe the outline of the exhaust gases released in the form of a huge white cloud as the rocket.
That totally looks like a picture.
No, I don't buy that at all. Nope. It is
Well,
a
what if they're making plasma?
simulator.
I think it makes plasma.
And if they can, my whole problem is, if she said nuclear fusion, like the sun gets off.
Yeah,
If the
that's not
sun can be recreated,
waiting to happen.
I think that was a misquote. Is what a reality is. I think they're making plasma, so they're making a contained plasma.
if they can recreate the sun, that means the sun is the same
They're
thing
real.
as the simulator.
Yeah, we got pictures of them. Thor's got some new ones.
I think that's damage control.
No, what if they're using multiple ones of those, Charles? Right? And because that's how they're hiding the celestial object in the sky. But they can't do it. They don't always get it right. Because of the angles. And what if the angles? What if the angles are like a parabolic lens effect? So they got, you got to calculate that into your trajectory of your fake sun signal. Because we've seen that thing in action, man. Went up here, me and Flora, 3 days straight. Because we were out in a certain spot where we were just watching all the mountains, and it was a clear day, like a dimmer switch. It turned up 4 times. That happened 3 days in a
There's
row.
many theories. I think the telescope is the weapon, and if they're going to use 2 suns to play out their biblical revelations, man, I wouldn't be surprised if they got hologram things up in the sky too. That's why they're clouding up the sky so we can't see what they're doing up there. That's what I think.
Flight, it's like the sky looks different now when you fly. It's like there's a fog everywhere.
Filled with all these chemicals and metals.
The fog is out of control, dude. It's so much.
Some of the clouds look different. I mean, I just flew across the entire country, so I've seen some clouds.
There's pictures and video of 2 suns everywhere in the last couple of years.
Yeah. Lord's family's seen it and stuff. Like they've actually seen it with their naked eye.
That's what's supposed to happen. 2 suns will overpower the darkness of this world and release whatever light is trapped inside.
What if the fake sun hits the real sun and it just goes boom?
Well, that's the thing. The fake suns are in our atmosphere, I think, and then the real one is, out there.
Yeah, but what's the real sun? What if the real sun is just like the fake sun?
The parabolic lens is the firmament. That's why it affects. Because when you see a sundog in the wintertime, you see 4 other, spheres up there, and like you see the rings of light that are brighter. You always see 4.
It's all speculation.
That's like. It's like the 4 pillars of the earth in the sky, basically.
Nobody knows what the firmament truly is.
When you see sundogs, and you see it's a rainbow of light, is what it is. Like that's the true rainbow. You see sundogs, you see 4 other rainbow circles, and then you see 3 giant concentric rings of circles. It's a shape, geometric shape, formed by a parabolic lens, which is the firmament. And I think we're on a double flat. That's what makes the globe. There's 2 firmaments together, flat in the middle, spherical on the outsides to make a globe. You get 2 flat Earths and a globe. So it's the great, are we flat or are we globe? We're both. That's my best guess.
But yeah, I gotta jump off of here. I gotta go do some things. That's your number in the back, AK? I plugged it in.
That's my cell, bro.
So I could erase the other number?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll give you a call later.
Or hold on to it just in case, but I mean because that's actually you can erase it because I'm not going back to GCI. I'm on Verizon now.
I forgot what I got.
Just send me a text, say it's Charles.
All right.
Want to send a picture of Yeah, we'll be able to come through now. Literally, when we do travel to Lower 48, I'll be able to stop by and see you, man. So
wherever you are.
Yeah.
Connecticut.
We're driving all the way. Yeah, we'll come through there. We'll come through there, and then we'll go see Matt up in New York, in Utica. So I'm going to see Jay in Colorado. I'm going to see Kenny down in Texas. If I go through Texas, which I'm probably not. Probably going to avoid Texas, but I'm definitely coming through Colorado, and then I'll come from there. I'll come across to Illinois, maybe Indiana to stop and see my Aunt Tanya, and then I can come over to Connecticut, and then I'll go up to New York. That's what I'm going to do. And I got a backup vehicle in the Lower 48 already. I have a Nissan Frontier at my mother's. So
yeah, I just want to say the sky does look like, I've said this for a long time, Kenny. I agree, man. Every time I look at the sky, it reminds me of an LED screen from a TV or a computer, There's so much stuff they sprayed, man. All that shit is going in our lungs and into the ground. I would love to test the soil just to see how much aluminum's in.
Yeah, in the ground. That's a good point. Because what are you eating? That's why
Green
fish
aluminum tomato.
too.
Charles,
The
what you just
fish are in
said,
the water.
the sky
What was that?
is a big screen.
Well, it's
It
going to be in the
already,
fish too.
it already is. They don't need to spray. You know, the sun is the thing that powers the screen, but it's a 3-dimensional screen. It's not a flat
Well,
screen.
they're control. You know why they're doing the chemtrails, guys, right? They're controlling HARP-like facilities to literally move the aluminum particles around and control the pressure. Once you control the pressure, you control where the incoming front is because of the the way the weather patterns are continual, like the ocean currents. They're controlling that with aluminum particles in the sky with energy. They bounce it off the dome, and they're bouncing ions, massive amounts of energy, and they can literally steer a storm and stuff. But that's proven technology since the 70s, and they were talking about it in Australia. They've been doing it for a long time. And so they're trying to control the crops. That's another form of power. Now they're fighting over money. And not only that, they're also trying, they're trying to be God. They're trying to use weather to put it where they think they need it to, stabilize their area. They need more water and stuff. But then now they're opposing each other. There's multiple people with this technology, and they're fighting. And the HARP, what HARP does, it literally controls the weather in the storm. It's a weather machine. That's what I've also discovered. And it makes sense. And that's the best, plausible solution to the guess of what chemtrails are and stuff that I have. Like they're controlling the way of the weather, and it makes sense if you control the pressure and you drop, the pressure. The barometric pressure in an area, or raise it. There's your control right there. And it's such a simple system. And also, I think they do it because, they're wanting to get a lot of clouds up and shit, because it's like a form of clouds. It's everywhere. If they can bounce energy off of that and use them, if they could figure out a way to use all them aluminum particles, it's like an antenna. You match a certain frequency to aluminum and it uses it as a booster of the signal. And if it's everywhere, well, it's another form of communications that this may be possible. I'm not sure, but that's a guess.
But I gotta jump off here, man. I'll talk to you. I'm gonna send you a text, and I'm gonna send you Luce's number, AK. It's good to see you, man. Yeah. But I'm gonna call you in a little while.
For sure. I'm just sitting there working on the floor.
And thanks for coming up. You know who?
Yep. Later.
Come by more often, man, if you're not busy. We have good.
Usually the time isn't really.
How far ahead are you in time?
Now it's 7 p.m.
Wow, so you're 7. It's about to be 1 here.
Let's see it.
You're 6 hours ahead.
8:57 here
in the morning.
Yeah.
Damn. Huh. Alaska's like a skip and a fart away from Russia.
Yeah.
Literally.
Kind of.
And they have a 7-hour difference.
Of America, so really, like, what part is it skipping a fart away? Because some parts are way more than a skip and a fart. Like if you're in Southeast Alaska, you're still like 1,200 miles away from Russia. If you're in Nome, you're like 50.
I would love to go to Russia, man. I got no problems with Russia.
I think everything's next to Russia, to be honest.
When you get to come up here, man?
When I get enough money to travel.
Like $380.
Huh?
The plane ticket up here would be like $350 to $380 if you fly economy.
One way.
Yeah, but who cares? If it only costs you $380 to go back to wherever you want, that's not hard to get and just hold on to and not spend it. So it's your
but it's like $700 round trip.
Yeah, I wouldn't do round trip. I would just get a single flight. Once you get up here, you're probably not going to want to leave. You're going to love it.
Anywhere's better than Connecticut, man.
Right?
Connecticut's the worst state. But yeah, let me jump off here. I gotta go do a bunch of stuff. Peace to
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
okay.
text you in a second as soon as I get off here.
Yeah, that's no big deal.
Peace to everyone. Have a great day. And I'll check you guys probably tomorrow.
Later, Jake.
And I hope everyone has a good day. And I'm out. Peace out.